Hey gang, Scott here. In the past several videos, I've been talking all about crafting light and shadow to tell a stronger story. In this video, I want to do that live, live in air quotes. I haven't done this work yet, but I have the idea of what I want to do with a photo here, and using our masking tools to do selective adjustments, thinking about light, thinking about shadow, and crafting a stronger story. This is a major theme in an upcoming video course that I have, which really ought to be out maybe in a week, just about a week or so. But I wanted to share with you, once you have these techniques internalized and you understand light and shadow, what can we do with, say, a photo like this? This is a simple iPhone snap, a tree that's obviously been ripped out of the ground, thrown around in the ocean, tossed up on the shore, and now its roots are reaching up almost like it looks like its own tree. This root portion of the root ball really is tilted on its side. Here's the actual trunk, but now it's like its own little tree. And want to obviously brighten this up. This is very backlit, but draw all attention to this very interesting twists of roots here. So I've done all of my basics already. Let's go ahead and get into masking. Let's bring up our masking tools. And for this, I can probably choose a subject because it should detect the subject pretty good. It's got a little bit of stuff in the sky. So let's just subtract the sky. And probably with a brush, I'll want to feather this stuff out. I'm going to tend to move a little fast in this video because I want you to get the idea that once you've gotten these techniques down, you don't have to spend an incredible amount of time thinking about the masks. You're more just working with the tools and eventually working visually. So now here, what do I want to do? I need to brighten this for sure. So let's start nudging this up, and I'm watching the photo, not the slider, to get things raised up. Bring the whites up some. So I'll look over at the slider to click it. I'm not that good in being able to just magically move my mouse and know that this is my slider shadow and shadow slider, and this is my white slider. All right, so something like that. I've brightened that up. Okay, you know what it also needs? It needs some detail. Let's get a little clarity going on in there. Maybe around there. Let's get some texture. Maybe around there. All right, so that tree is nice. It's jumping up. Okay, we can see it. Need to darken the foreground though more. I don't want all the attention down here. I want the attention on the roots. So let's grab another mask. We'll do a linear gradient. Kind of drag that up that way. Oh, I lost my pins here. Let me hit the H key to get my pins to show back up. So maybe something like this, and I'll angle it about here. Now it's starting to affect things that are brighter, which I don't want. Let me intersect that with a luminance range. I really want this to be the dark stuff, and that actually looks pretty good. Maybe I'll tighten that range up a little bit, back off on it. We'll go back to the linear so I can adjust where that's really going to land, somewhere around there. Okay. And then I want to darken this, right? I said darken this because I want to push the eye upward, and maybe even the shadows, tiny nudge. Yeah, something like that. All right. Okay, so the tree is better. The sky needs to push back farther now. So let's grab the sky. Where's the sky? There it is. And I'll do this technique about subtracting the sky, but inverting the subtraction. So we have a nice sky selection. And what can we do with that? We can bring down that exposure. Just nudge it out to the back, and I'm actually going to add clarity on this one. I like those clouds. Those clouds have some character, so bring those up some. And next, let's start getting into vignette territory. Almost vignette territory. Sorry, what I'm thinking is I want more on the tree. So let's get a radial going here and rotate this around. Stick it around here. Maybe something like that, kind of like an inner light. Imagine you do a vignette, but the inside you want to have it brighter, but I don't want it really brighter on everything. I don't want the sky to brighten up. I don't want everything inside this here. I just kind of want to draw some more attention to this subject. Feather it out really strongly. Subtract the sky. Get rid of that. That's better. And now we'll nudge up our exposure So it's brightening everything there, at least within that radial, right? If I grab that radial, push it around a little bit, maybe right about there, because that's our sun mask. I'm not doing anything else to the sky. The minus sky is protecting me there. And what else can we do with this? I want to darken these semi-storm clouds up here. So again, another sky selection. I will once again intersect. I really like this pattern, this recipe. Look at that. That's nice. Stretch that out a little bit. Kind of move it around to figure out where do I want those dark clouds to really get played up. I see a little action in the ocean. Don't want that. Just subtract it away, feather it off, and now I can get those clouds to be a little moodier, something like that. And finally, I think I'll go back to vignette territory. So we'll grab that radial, almost do the same kind of radial we had before, maybe there, rotate it. Like I said, I'm moving quickly here because, again, I want you to understand, once you have thought about these tools in a new way, and how do you want to shape the story of your photo, you can work pretty darn quickly and get done. And then maybe like that. That feels a little bit wide on the left there, so we'll tighten that in. And there we go. So all said and done, this was what we had before we started shaping light and crafting, opening up shadow, and this is after. Much stronger photo. I like the muted kind of colors. This is not a vibrant color kind of photo. It is a pretty desolate looking type of a tree. And this one I could even see going a little farther and playing around with color grading or doing some other stylization that goes beyond just getting the light and the shadow crafted to highlight the subject. Hope you found that useful, interesting. Got questions? Drop them below. And until next time, my name is Scott Davenport. Have fun.